Okay, today we're going to look at question 5 on the SOA study note for exam P. An auto insurance company has 10,000 policyholders. Each policyholder is classified as young or old, male or female, and married or single. Of these policyholders, 3,000 are young, 4,600 are male, 7,000 are married. The policyholders can be classified as 1,300, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's cut to the chase here. Anytime you see this kind of question, what you're going to want to do is do a Venn diagram. And this is how we're going to set that up. Go for what the most restrictive category is. In this case is going to be the 600. It says 600 policyholders are young, married males. So that's a big clue as to what we're going to want to set up here. So watch how I do this. Okay, I'm going to do this diagram. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these keywords straight out of the question. See how it says young, married, males for the 600? Well, then I'm going to call this circle young. I'm going to call this circle married. And then I'm going to call this circle males. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put a nice 600 in the middle here, because that is what we are told from the problem. There are 600 people that are going to be in each one of these categories, the intersection, if you will, of young married males. Then what we want to do is we want to work backwards. So in this case, we have 1,400 that fall into the category of young married persons. That means that this is young and this is married, and that has to equal 1,400. Right? It has to be equal 1,400. Well, 600 is already accounted for in the young, married, and males. So that means that the other 800 have to come up from somewhere, because 800 has to add up. 800 has to go here in order for this section to add up to 1,400. And make sure you understand what that means. The next thing I want to look at is married males. Right? We're told that that has to add up to 3,010. Well, this is the married male section, this 600, and then this blank right here. So if you whip your calculator out and you do 3,010 minus 600, you're going to find out that this has to actually equal 2,410. All right, that's the number of people that are going to be in the category of married and males exclusively. All right, then we look at this category, which is the policyholders classified as 1,320 young males. Well, this is young, this is males. So young males constitutes this section right here, this 600 plus this blank. Well, if we know that the total has to represent 1,320, and we also know that 600 is in the intersection in the middle, that means that this has to be 720. 600 plus 720 will give us that 1,320, and that's what we need. All right? So now it says of these policyholders, 3,000 are young. So now we have young. 3,000 minus 3,000 has to equal this blank space plus this plus this plus this. All right? So 3,000 minus 800 minus 600 minus 720 means that there are 880 people who are in this category of young. Now, if you looked at the answers, you see that 880 is one of the answer choices, but I'm going to go ahead and fill out this Venn diagram so you can just see for completeness. All right, so for married, we've done 3,000. For married, we have 7,000, right? So 7,000 minus 800 minus 600 minus 2,410 indicates that this number needs to be 3,190. All right, and the males is 4,600, so that means that 4,600 minus 720 minus 600 minus 2,410 is going to give us a value of 870. Now, what does the question ask us? The question asks us, calculate the number of policyholders who are young, female, and single. All right. So in this case, we're looking at a certain subset here. We want this person to be in the young bubble. All right. This is the young bubble. We don't want this person to be in the male bubble. All right. We do not want this person to be in the male bubble. So we want this person to be anywhere except here. And we can't have someone here. All right. That takes care of the young and the male. What about married? Well, we got young, female, and single. So we don't want anybody in the overlap of the married category. All right. So what's left over? Our good old friend 880. And I want to make sure that you understand this. The question is asking for young, female, and single. This is the subset of all the people who were young. The 880, the 820, the 600, and the 720. All right? I'm sorry, the 800, 600, and 720. The young is everything. That's this 3,000 people. But we want female. So that means we can't have this 600 because that is comprised of males. We cannot have this 720 because that's also comprised of males. So at this point in the question, we're looking at this 880 plus this 800. We've looked at young and we've looked at female. Now we need to look at single. These 800 people are married. So we have to cross that out as well, and we're left with 880 for our final answer. All right. If you have any questions about this question, leave a comment and I'll be happy to answer it for you. Thank you.